Alright guys, I'm going to show you guys how to pass. Alright guys, I'm going to show you guys a strategy that I use to pass these evals super consistently. So we are currently about $160 away from passing this one. And then I'm copy trading 5 of them. And this one's about $200 away. This one's about $1,000 away. But I'm going to show you guys a strategy that I use. Basically, it's the first strategy, the first trade that I always look for is the 15-minute open range breakout. So we wait for the first 15 minutes of the market to play out, and then we look for a breakout out of that structure into the upside or downside. But we also try to trade with the trend. We try to use the VWAP and the EMAs. As you guys can see here, we're trending upward on the 5-minute VWAP and the EMA. So basically what I want to see when the market opens is basically probably move down here, retest a VWAP, consolidate. We'll get the after 15-minute break. We might get a break and then we'll go long, but it can also go short. It's also, we're in a war, so the market is very volatile, so it's kind of unpredictable. But so far the strategy has been working out pretty consistently, even with the war going on. So we're gonna keep playing that, using that strategy. So I'm gonna wait for the first 15, and then I'll let you guys know what we're gonna look for after we played that one strategy. It's currently 8:27, so 3 minutes from market open. We're going to be watching here the market open, see what it does. But what I think is going to happen is the market is going to sell off at open, retest the EMA here on the 15-minute, the 5-minute, guys. So we'll even look at the 1 minute here. So we want to see it go down here to the VWAP on the 5-minute. On the 15, you can see it's been retesting this 200 EMA. This is 200 EMA, and then we'll go down here on the 1 minute and see what it's doing here on the 1 minute. So yeah, we can also see a clear support level on the 1 minute VWAP. So I want to see this market sell off here at open, retest VWAP, and then if we see a push to the upside out of the open range, we'll go for the long. But we could see some weakness, guys, if we don't hold the 1 minute VWAP and we start selling off, and we don't hold the 5-minute VWAP and we start selling off, we might have to look for shorts. So we'll see what happens, and that's pretty much what I look for every single day at pre-market. And then basically after that play happens out, guys, sometimes we take the trade, sometimes we don't. It all depends on the market structure. Then we look for another strategy, which basically continue to trading with the trend using the VWAP and the EMAs, and I'll explain that a little bit after we play the 15-minute open range. And it's about 1 minute away from open, so we're seeing some volatility here. We're going to see what happens at the market, and then I'll keep you guys updated here at about 8:45 and see what we're going to do. Alright guys, you guys can see market has opened, volatility has kicked in. We saw a move to the upside, then an engulfing candle right away. So this is why you want to wait for the first 15 minutes to play out, and then you kind of see where the market wants to go. So we're currently getting close to that 5-minute VWAP here. So we might test it, and then we might continue going higher, but we'll wait and see. Alright guys, 15 minutes has passed and we're about to break above this 15-minute range. So we actually have, this is the top of the range here. We just broke out. The market could easily continue going higher here. So we might go small long here. If we see a breakout here, we're going to go for a small long, and then we're going to have our stops below this wick here. But this is the top of the range. You guys can see 834 open, 830. This is the bottom of the range. So we're basically looking for a breakout to the upside or downside. You can easily see that it tried to break out. It didn't completely break. So, but it looks like it wants to go higher. But this thing can obviously easily continue coming down. So I think this is a good setup, guys. So if we can see a nice break to the upside, we're gonna go for longs here. And as you guys can see, guys, beginning of the video, it literally did almost as what I said I was going to do. I did say it was going to come down first and then go up, but obviously went shot up first, then came down. Now it's going back up. As you guys can see, it looks like it wants to break out. So I just went one contract long on all 5 accounts here, as you guys can see. And we're going to have our stops down here. So this account, guys, we're only looking for about $160. So Depending on how the market moves, I might move my stop loss a little higher. I could have gotten in too early, guys. We do want to see a break above. You guys can see there was no actual break, close, candle above the range. It literally just tapped it. But so this is me getting in super early, guys. You do kind of want to wait for a candle, a full candle, body candle closure above the range. The market has been super volatile lately, guys. So you kind of do want to wait for that confirmation because this thing can easily just shoot down. But honestly, guys, I'm so close to getting this thing funded that, and my risk management is super tight. So not too worried here. And you guys can see we're popping up now a little here. So just a little bigger pop, and then we're gonna move our stop loss to break even. Hopefully we can pass this funded account here to show you guys that this is literally the strategy I use look for every single day. It's not gonna work out every single day, and it's not gonna play out every single day. So, but it's profitable, it's consistent, and if you literally just master this, you'll be able to master other strategies. And yeah, because this is literally super easy. All right, guys, you guys can see we are getting that little pop here. Some people might move their stop loss into profit, but it might be a little early. I do have that big. I do have the tendency of making that mistake of moving my stop loss to break even too early. I get stopped out, and then the market goes. So we're gonna wait here for a little bit. See, I want to see it pop above. Let's see. Yeah, I want to see a nice close above this high right here, guys. See a nice close above here. I think then we'll move my stop loss to break even. But we're seeing a pullback here. Nice little pullback. Hopefully this thing continues going higher. Alright, guys, I am going to move my stop loss just a little higher here. Just about there. Right below the bottom of these candles right here. Don't really like how the market's moving here. I do want to see a nice little explosion here, but it's not happening. Alright, guys, the market's getting here volatile. I'm going to move my stop loss to break even. This thing is moving a little crazy, so if I get stopped out, it's fine. I can hop in again. So stop loss at break even pretty much here. You guys can see it wicked in, and then now it wants to shoot up. So hopefully, look, now it's bouncing, now it's exploding. We're gonna move it a little higher here, and then we're gonna turn this into, we're gonna close this out because we're gonna do one by one account just because this one's about to get passed, and the other ones, if I close this trade, I want to hold on to the other ones. But it looks like we're about to get stopped out maybe here in all 5 accounts. So yeah, we just got stopped out here in all 5 accounts. So basically what we're gonna do now, guys, is this thing might come drop here. The best entry is wait for this to jump to the VWAP, 1 minute VWAP, and then go long. But if this can hold these EMA levels here, guys, and hold the top of this range, I'm gonna go long. But if it breaks below these levels here and below the 21 EMA, I wanted to retest these EMAs, but more likely the 1 minute VWAP, and then obviously in the 5 minute VWAP or the 200 EMA here. As you guys can see, now we're engulfing here on the 5 minutes, so this thing completely flipped now. So this is good thing. That's why it was good that we made that quick decision of moving that stop loss. But this was, you have to be super quick here, guys, super responsive, especially here at the open, the first 15 minutes, the first 2 hours, honestly, guys. So now we're gonna wait, guys. My A+ setups is wait for this to go to the 1 minute VWAP and then go long, but this thing can easily hold up right here. Now what I'm gonna look for, guys, if market does blow past list level here, if we do break above this level and we hold, I'll go long and I'll have my stop loss below this level. But I do want this to basically sell off here, maybe consolidate, but bounce off the 1 minute VWAP and then go long. But if we do break below this level, guys, I think the market is going to continue selling off. So strong sell off here. Good thing we took our little profit. And yeah, we're going to see what this, I think this is a good level right here, guys, where the market definitely wants to go. So we're going to just sit here and watch and see what happens. All right, you guys can see market sold off. We're getting closer to that 1 minute VWAP here, so we're gonna see if it tests that level. If not, yeah, the 5 minute 200 EMA looks nice as well, guys. You can see a bounce here, and it can also bounce there again. And this lines up nicely here, so this is gonna be our level here. So these are our 3 levels, guys. We want to see either a bounce or break here. And the reason why we're looking here is, guys, as you guys can see the 5 minute VWAP and 200 EMA, which is basically trading with the trend. You guys can see here in the 5 minute, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So if we can hold this, guys, this is basically holding the higher low, and then we can make our higher high. But if this breaks here, guys, then yeah, the market's gonna flip. We can look for shorts, but for right now, we have to be patient and see what happens. We are in war, guys. There's a war going on, so this thing can easily, guys, we're seeing crazy moves, 200-point moves in minutes. So you gotta be super cautious. Make sure you have your stop loss. All right, guys, this thing is looking like a nice little bounce here, so I might have to go long here. I think if we can hold here, we can easily see a move to the upside. We're seeing it pop here. I'm gonna go long, guys. I'm gonna stop down here. A good stop will be below this wick, but I'm gonna wait. All right, guys, we're getting that little push here. As you guys can see, once if we get a nice candle closure above this level, guys, I'm gonna move my stop loss to break even, or actually a little higher. So yeah, once we close into this range here, guys, I'll move my stop loss to break even. I do want to move it pretty quick just because of how volatile the market can be. So I might get ready to move here pretty quick. I'm gonna move it now just in case. Oh, what happened? This thing closed. All right, guys, I got my stop loss. I break even here. I do think I'm moving it a little too early, but just the market, guys, it can be super volatile. But like you guys, like I said, guys, look at this. Literally played out like, bro, the market is literally playing out how I'm calling it out, guys. So like I said, trade with the trend, use the VWAP. VWAP is super powerful, guys. Usually my number one tool. If I had to pick one indicator to choose from, VWAP will be the number one, and then EMAs will come second. But VWAP for sure has to be on your chart, guys. It clearly identifies the trend super nicely. So this one's about to, we might get funded here, guys. So I'm gonna move my stop loss a little more, and we're gonna stop copy trading all of them because I gotta start closing them separately, just because they're at different balances. And once this one hits 3,000, I want to hold on to this one and let this one hit 3,000. So hopefully this thing can push up here. We're about to get stopped out here probably.